Welcome to part 13. So there are previous parts in the members area. You can become a cloud kernel or cloud ninja member, gain access. There are lot more questions there for preparation. If you have not yet subscribed, you do so to help yourself with Azure, AWS Cloud and Google Cloud certifications. So here when you are training a model, why should you randomly split the rows into separate subsets? So you have like row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. So you are splitting, you're saying, okay, row 1 and 2, it will be a separate subset. Row 3, 4, and 5 will be a separate subset. So A is saying that I have, suppose, two data set now. This is my second data set. So I have two data sets. So I can train it twice for better accuracy. So we do not train it twice in the actual world. We train it with one data set. So we use these two data set for training, and then we use these three data set for testing the model. That way we are able to check if our training made sense or not. So this would be a better answer, where option C, we test the model using data that was not used to train. So we use this data to train and this data to test. This is our answer. So there are a lot more questions in the members area. Become a cloud kernel or cloud ninja member, gain access to those questions. Now this one, option B, it says we will train multiple models simultaneously to attain better. That means probably this is what I am deriving a clue out of this. They are thinking that we will use uh, this data set to train first model and this data set to train the second model. So we don't do such things. We have multiple data sets to work on one model at a time. That's how we do it in the real world. So that is why option C is correct. So you are evaluating to use a basic workspace or enterprise workspace in Azure machine learning. You are currently trying to understand whether we should use this workspace or not. That is what you are trying to do. And what two tasks you require, what two tasks that require an enterprise workspace. So suppose you you may not use this workspace or you may use it, but what two tasks makes it very important that you should use it? Use what? Not the basic workspace, enterprise workspace. So you can use a basic workspace, you can use an enterprise workspace, but when to use enterprise workspace? So when you, A says you use GUI to run automated machine learning experiments. So when there is some extra things like automation or a lot of processing, then this makes sense. Okay, so you want to choose two tasks, not one task. Now B says we will use it to create, if we have to create a compute instance to use as a workstation. So why will we do this as the workstation creation? We can use Azure VM. Why will we use machine learning for that? And similarly, D looks wrong here because they are saying we will, when we have to create a data set from a comma separated file, that is a basic functionality that you can do it using basic workspace also. You don't need, see, you don't need a rocket where you can work with a needle. So D says if we have to use GUI to define and run machine learning experiments from machine learning designer. So wherever we have experiments, we have to use enterprise workspace because that is going to consume a lot of resources. You need an enterprise version, enterprise workspace. So these two are the right answers, but I would also want to tell you that from September 2020, the Azure just has one workspace. That workspace has all features. Okay, they have made our life easy. So data scientists can also use it. Developers can also use it. See, there are a lot more videos in the members area. Cloud kernel and Cloud Ninja members can access it. So joining will help you gain access to a lot of important questions and videos. So in this channel, there are 900 plus questions, 900 plus videos, and covers various different levels of certifications, starters, intermediate, advanced, on different Azure, AWS, and Google Cloud certifications. So subscribe and help yourselves. I hope you understood the concept. Focus on the concepts. There are a lot more questions in the paid area. So in this part, we just had two questions, but there are a lot more questions in the paid area. So become a member and gain access to all of those.